And welcome to the Morning Swim Show for Friday, November 20th, 2009. I'm your host, Peter Bush. Today on the show, the results are in for the poll question of the week, and we'll give you the new poll question. Speaking of polls, the first coaches poll ranking college swim teams in the U.S. has been released. The man who puts it together is the president of the College Swim Coaches Association of America, Bob Groseth. Joins us now on Skype from Evanston, Illinois. Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Peter. How are you doing?
Doing well, thanks. Yesterday on our news segment, we mentioned that Texas is first on the men's side, Georgia first on the women's side. Explain how this poll is put together, please.
Well, we polled all of the Division I coaches, and we set up a online voting so that they could get their information. We sent them the top 100 times that were done between October 15th and November 12th, and the top 40 relay times that were done in both the men and the women, and then they gave them that information. Hopefully we'll be able to provide more information to the coaches later on, but I think they did a pretty good job first time out of the box and the first time us for trying it.
All right, so it's all online for the coaches?
Yes.
All right. Well, my dad doesn't know how to use a computer, so his vote must have been screwed up.
He needs to get a young assistant to do them for him.
Well, that sad but true joke aside, so you think this was a pretty accurate reflection of the college swim teams and how they should be ranked right now?
I think so. Our goal is two things. In the past, we've used a panel where we had one representative from each of the major conferences, and then we had a conference call and talked about it. And while I think that was a pretty good method, I don't think it's the best one. This one is going to involve more of the coaches, which is something that I want to do with the organization, is to get the coaches more involved. And basically, we sent out an email to the coaches saying that the success of this poll is going to be based on the information that we give them and how they interpret it. And the other thing that we want to do is we want to make it a dual meet poll. In the past, the poll has been kind of a prediction of the NCAA championships, and we wanted to make the information more topical and more in time. So we're basing, when we send out the top times for the individuals and the relays, we'll be sending them out based on the past 3 meets that team has had. So that a team that swims really fast at the beginning of the year that may shave may get ranked high at the beginning of the year, but if they go back to work and get tired again, then that could affect their rankings. Of course, the coaches themselves will have to make that judgment.
Okay, so it's not intended necessarily to be who's going to win in March. It's hey, who's swimming the best right now? Correct.
Absolutely correct.
Do the coaches like this? I mean, what kind of feedback do you get from them?
The feedback that I'm getting now is that a lot of coaches are happy to be involved and like the concept. We'll see how it goes through the year, but I think initially the reaction has been pretty enthusiastic.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're talking about it. That's the idea, right?
Absolutely.
Now, how are you doing? I understand you're going to be in California this week visiting some colleges?
Yeah, well, I'm going out for the Golden Goggles, but I'm also going out a couple days early to go to the Toshiba Cup and meet with a couple of coaches from California. We know that they're going to be facing some tough economic times, and we want to, get on board to see what we can do to help them out if needed.
I'm supposed to say hi from Matt Grievers. We had him on the show yesterday.
Well, good. Well, I hope to see Matt this weekend, and see he's been swimming pretty well. I'm happy to hear that.
I asked him what he would do if he was not a pro swimmer right now, and he said the answer changes a lot, but he said, right now I feel like I'd want to be a coach. Would Matt make a good coach?
I think Matt would make a great coach. I mean, one of the things that I've noticed with him since he got back from the Olympics, he's made a lot of appearances, and the kids just flock to him. And watching his older brother, Andy, who's also a coach, and his mom is a coach, and his sister is a coach. So it appears to be in the family. So yeah, I think he'd make a great coach.
He's just got this permanent smile on his face, it seems like. So he must have fond memories of Northwestern.
Well, I hope he does. He put a smile on my face many a time.
Yeah, I'll bet. Well, Bob, thank you so much for joining us here on the show, and good luck throughout the rest of the year.
All right, thank you.
All right. And we will be right back with the results of our poll of the week.
This is weak, man. Frank's trying to not pay me my winnings for the Skins beatdown I just issued him because his 401k is tanking. It's like, dude, you got to grab the reins, man. Get E-Trade, do some analytics, do some research, and take charge so I don't have to subsidize your lack of golfing skills.
But on the night hole, you moved your ball.
Frank, it was on the cart path. Why don't you try reading the rules, Shankopotamus?
Take control with one of the most powerful investing machines there is. Join the 1,000 new accounts a day at E-Trade.
All right, welcome back. Time now for the SwimmingWorld.tv poll of the week. The question was, who is the best female breaststroker in the world right now? And the winner, Rebecca Soni with 36%, barely over Jessica Hardy, who was second with 34.3%. Liesl Jones, third at 20.2%, and Anna Mae Pierce, fourth at 9.3%. Thank you so much to everyone who voted, and we liked that last poll question so much that we did something very similar for this week's poll question. The question, who is the best men's breaststroker in the world right now? Tough choices out there. We will start with Cameron Vanderberg, clearly the top 50 breaststroker, and cleans up at those short course meters World Cup meets. Kazuka Kitajima, next choice. Let us not forget, he is the defending Olympic champ in both the 100 and 200. But he didn't really swim this year, so he does not have any world records right now. All right, next up, Eric Shanto, the bronze medalist in the 100 and fourth in the 200 at the World Championships this summer. Brenton Ricard, world record holder in the 100 long course meters, and he won that event in Rome. Olympic silver medalist in the 200. And finally, fellow Aussie Christian Sprenger, the world record holder in the 200 long course meters breaststroke. And those are your choices. You can go to swimmingworld.com, vote throughout the week. We will unveil the results on next Friday's morning swim show. That's it for the show today. Have a nice weekend. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish. The November issue of Swimming World magazine looks ahead to some of the talents in aquatic sports that could contend for medals in 2012. The RCP Tiburon Mile is our cover story, recapping the prestigious open water race that awarded Kane Radford and Melissa Gorman with $10,000 each for winning the men's and women's 1 mile race. After the success of USA Diving at the World Championships, we further analyze the squad's return to relevance on the world diving scene. That's on page 11. And we honor the high school divers of the year on page 20, Christian Ibsen and Victoria Lamp. Our penultimate look back at 50-plus years of the magazine begins on pages 16 and goes to 18, features the top events from the years 1997 to 2000, and a comparison of the careers of sprint queens Inga Brown and Britta Steffen. On page 23 is a remarkable profile of Martin Strel and his conquests of some of the world's longest rivers. Our story details Strel's most recent accomplishment, swimming the entire length of the Amazon River. Our Swim Magazine section is full of nutrition and dryland tips from Carlin Pipes-Nielsen and J.R. Rosania, as well as a week's worth of workouts from Coach Ann Brewer and a profile of master swimmer Bobby Patton. In the Swimming Techniques section, Mike DeBoer talks about his success in guiding such swimmers as Caroline Burkle and Rachel Comazars to the Olympics, and how he's carrying on the tradition of Lakeside Swim Club in Kentucky. Our junior swimmer section features a look at our swimmer of the month, Jamie Kolar, and offers tips on honing your mental skills. Premium members can get more features in the online digital issue of Swimming World magazine. On page 7, we offer you 5 episodes of the Morning Swim Show featuring some of the top names from the FINA World Cup, including new world record holder Peter Marshall and his training partner Marcus Rogan, who talk about why they decided to forego retirement for a few more months in the pool. Peter, last time we had you on, your training method was hang out on the beach, drink some margaritas, go to a meet, break a world record. Is that still what we're doing here?
Well, I guess we'll see. I actually just got out of the water. Me and a friend were out here surfing down at Venice Beach, and that's Hopefully it'll work again. Who knows? It's a ton of fun doing it that way.
If you're not a premium subscriber, you can sign up by going to swimmingworld.com and clicking on the subscribe button.